Hey people, this is Jake for the Percy Jackson YouTube video. How are y'all doing? So I know today the day I am filming this is February 13th, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So I was thinking we'll do like a thematic video. Say hi to my doggy. So we'll do like a thematic video, and I was thinking, for this month it would be, cutesy if I did like a Percy month thing where I just talked about like favorite Percy moments and all that. And partially I was just too lazy to do that, and partially I was like, I'm not that corny. So instead, we are gonna do a hate list of Percy Jackson characters that I hate, that I feel most of us hate. And I feel like that's still pretty appropriate. It could be just like, oh, you're just like an angry, bitter because you don't have like a loved one on Valentine's Day, blah, blah. But that's kind of the point of Valentine's Day, isn't it? Like, I really do think it's a stupid holiday. It's either meant to make you feel all good and stuff because you are in one, or really crappy because you're not. But so we're just gonna let the hate reign on this lovable day. And I feel like it's gonna be a good time. I don't really think I need to put a disclaimer on. I don't think there may be one character some of you like on this list. I will just say, this channel's not meant to be taken seriously. I'm not meant to be taken seriously. I put a lot of hard work into my life to make sure that no one does take me seriously. So, if I say something you don't like, it is what it is. I'm not trying to attack you and your fam, alright? We can live on in peace and harmony. Or not. Whatever. It's Earth. We'll see. So if everything in the world just spontaneously combusts and everything just goes to poo-poo and everything just starts getting confusing and we don't have any answers anymore, the one answer we will still have is that Zeus sucks. Nothing can ever change that. Zeus is absolute bootay. Alright? If you can make me feel even relatively close to feeling sorry for Hera, you are so bad. Okay, because Hera's like the scum of the earth, okay? But then you have to put it in a disclaimer of well, she is pretty awful, but she has had to live an immortal life with Zeus. And then you just have to sit back and be like, oh, yeah, that does sound pretty shisty. But with Zeus, what are you gonna say? He didn't even get eaten by his father. Yeah, he had daddy issues. That sucks. But you should get over that eventually, I mean, geez. I'm kind of surprised the word rape wasn't named Zeus because of how much he does it. And not only in, God form or human form, but in animal form. He takes rape to a new level. If I could have one thing in life, it would be to sacrifice him to the Me Too movement and just watch them, tear him limb from limb. It would be a beautiful, beautiful sight. And, they probably do have, a shrine of hate that they just have, a statue of Zeus that they just, shoot with cannons all day. Which, if they do, send me an invite. But, yeah, he's a rapist, he's a cheater, he's an incest. It's like the Greeks were just we kind of suck as human beings. Not throwing shade at the Greeks, but I feel like human beings just kind of suck in general. So, I feel like every civilization we'll probably have that realization at some point that we just kind of suck as human beings. So okay, so we probably kind of suck as human beings. But what would be cool is if the gods we worshipped also sucked. So, at least we're better than them. And then you have Zeus, which just I can't really blame. It kind of gets hard to creatively make fun of him because it's just everything bad there is. Okay, so bad father. Yeah, okay. He sucks as a father. Bad husband. Yeah, he's a bad husband. Okay. Bad brother. Really, really bad brother. I feel like bad brother and husband kind of go on the same thing, though, because that actually is the same thing. Yeah, because he's into incest, Not only do you do incest, but you rape your sisters. And then once you rape your sisters and you marry them, then you cheat on them. And I'm pretty sure he raped Demeter as a snake. So it's just gosh dang it. And then he cheats on goddesses with mortals. which is like, that is kind of funny, interestingly, because, you know, they're goddesses. And then that's just ultimately, you know, you're getting cheated on with a mortal. It's like, can someone tell Zeus that the main role of being ruler of the skies is not to just check out hot babes from up above? Could someone please tell him that? Because I do not think he understands. You know, and it's like, except he's real in the Percy Jackson universe now. Like, I can just imagine him having like a 100-inch, like, flat screen TV just sitting in front of him. And he's probably got like a movie theater just with like a live stream of like all the babes on Earth. And so if he can like split his personalities, there's probably like 1,000 of them doing it at the same time. You know, he's definitely had way more kids than just Jason and Thalia. There's no way that guy can hold on for that long. There's no way. There's probably like 1,000 little Zeus babies running around down here. Poor children. That really sucks. But yeah, you know, shout outs to Typhon for ripping out his tendons. Fortunately, he didn't rip his head off. Speaking of heads, you know, so did Athena just take all the wisdom out of his brain? I mean, granted, that does have to be pretty hard, giving birth to a. He's basically given birth to 2 children. Like Dionysus from his thigh and then Athena from his head. Like, I know technically, like, he didn't give birth to Athena. It gets complicated, gosh dang it. But yeah, he's basically given birth to two kids. That's really, I've never really thought about that before. But anyway, yeah, does Athena just take all the wisdom from his brain? Because that guy is an idiot. He's an idiot. Like, I understand being immortal would be tough. You know, having to live your, I mean, I feel a little crazy now at the age of 21. I couldn't imagine being like 8,000 years old or however the heck old he is. But so yeah, but seriously, you think you gain a little, like the guy's an idiot. He's literally an idiot. Like, I think all he does is just chill up there and cheat on people and then go rape the occasional one as like a fly. It's really messed up. So yeah, I think Athena took all his brain power away and Typhon unfortunately didn't finish the job. But now we still have to deal with him, and shamefully we have to root for him, which also shows how bad like the villains are. It's like, yeah, Zeus, we all want you to die, except these other titans and giants, they really suck too, so we'll just hold on to you because at least you're competent enough to just sit up there and let us live our lives, whereas these people would like turn us into slaves. But, you know, that's the only reason. If just like an average Joe came over with like a thunderbolt to knock you out, we'd totally be on his side, but until that day comes, we're just gonna have to root for you. So gosh dang it, we'll move on. So now we're going to go on to one of the only characters that the Percy Jackson movies actually did right. And that must just be because they really know their D-bags down in Hollywood. Gabe Ugliano, the man is a dirtbag. A genuine dirtbag, you know? And I feel bad for dirtbags saying that because I would actually be a friend to a dirtbag. Like a legit dirtbag. Like a bag full of dirt than Gabe Ugliano. The guy sucks. And I love how like the nicest lady in like the entire series just like totally murdered that dude. And we're all like, you are an amazing, amazing woman. Because she is. But she straight up murdered a guy. Like, you know, nobody blames Sally, nor should they. That was the most justifiable and beautiful murder I've ever seen in literature and TV, because again, that's like the only thing they did right in the movies. Like, at least we got to see Gabe turn to stone. We had to endure brunette, blue-eyed Annabeth. We had to endure like 21-year-old, it's a bunch of cysts that I'm not going to get into. That's for another hate video. But at least we got to see Gabe get turned to stone. I feel bad for all the pieces of pizza that have been shoved down into his terrible stomach, you know. He just sucks. He just sucks. You know, it is appropriate. His place is basically just to be so bad and smelly that even the monsters can't get through it. Fortunately, by the grace of great Rick Riordan, we only have to deal with him for one book. But yeah, definitely one of the most hated people. Probably, maybe the most hated. Because just like Sally, come on, Like, you know, there's some people that are just such dirtbags. Like, you can give them the sweetest person in existence, and they still are dirtbags. Like, they can't be changed. It is in their DNA, you know? Like, I like to believe that people can change and be good and but like, Gabe just sucks. There's no two ways around it. I'm glad that I got to see his car blow up, and I'm glad I got to read about him get turned to stone. And that will live down in infamy for me. So the only one I may get some flack for, because for some reason, some people actually do like this person, which does baffle me, but I'm not going to get into it. You do you, and yeah, we're square. But I do hate Octavian. I do hate it. You know, it's like sometimes there's just that guy on the page that you want, if you had one wish, one tiny wish in the entire world that you'll ever get, you'll give so much for, just to bring that person to life. So you can take a baseball bat and beat the crap out of him. That is Octavian for me. I would really, really like to do that. But some people, they do have a good point. How is Octavian worse than Luke? I do have to admit, I do like Luke as a character. You know, it's not like he's evil. I don't consider him an anti-hero. I consider him a bad guy. But I think he's like the best villain in the books. Now, people do raise the good point. How are they any different? They both betrayed their peeps. They both kind of have the same kind of conflicted background, stuff that was unfair. I think a little more stuff unfair for Luke, but maybe not. But either the case, what it comes down to is that Octavian has the charisma of a skunk's butthole. Okay, say what you will. The guy's just not likable. Luke is. There you go. Maybe in deeds alone, maybe they're not that different. I still think at the end, Luke actually sacrificed himself, whereas Octavian was just so stupid and narcissistic that he didn't step away from the freaking cannon and got blazed into oblivion, which was beautiful. But I do see people's point, but it does just come down to Octavian's just annoying. He's just an annoying piece of crap human being that you would want to punch very hard and very often if you ever saw him in public. Anyone that just destuffs, you know, panda stuffed animals is a trash human being, okay? Is a trash human being. And I hope that when he died in that wonderful blaze of glory and satisfaction for us fandom, that he was sent down to the fields of punishment where he will be eternally tortured by stuffed pandas. Now there you go, guys. We'll cut it off at 3. I think I went a little over the top with Zeus and kind of repeated myself. I'm sorry if that's the case. But we'll stop it with 3. If you guys like this, I would really like to do some more of these. There are more characters that I hate. I'm looking at you, the Olympians. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I know I kind of gave some flack for Valentine's Day, but if you guys enjoy it, that it's dope. I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Have some Hershey Kisses, some chocolate, you know, unless you like vanilla more. Either way, be good, do fun stuff, love each other, or hate each other. You know, both are, they're not too far apart. You know, I think we can kind of find a balance there. Anyway, guys, have a good day or good night, wherever you are. Read Percy Jackson, drink sweet tea. Don't jump off a cliff, please. Outro soon.